Scottsbluff and Sydney Shepherd. Like I TJ. TJ. CC's Cougar Palace, West Nebraska All-Star Week, culminating today with a pair of All-Star Showcase games here. We've got volleyball first at WNCC. Coming up later tonight, the All-Star football game from Bearcat Stadium right here in Scottsbluff. Chris Cottrell, as mentioned moments ago, glad to be with you here for today at our Logos broadcast location, courtside at Cougar Palace. My broadcast partner for the afternoon and for the football game tonight will be Jeff Kelly. Jeff, All-Star Saturday, you've been on the committee before, well-versed in this week and this weekend. Always great to get these All-Stars out here, and I think what goes under the radar for fans is check-in for football's Tuesday, volleyball gets here Wednesday, so they really make a week of it, the committee, and make it a great time for these kids.
They do. It's really a great thing for these kids to be able to have this type of experience, and that's why this game was started. And to me, it's always amazing, as you said, the football teams come in Tuesday, the volleyball teams come in on Wednesday, so really they've got 2 practices a day, so you figure these girls have had maybe 6 practices to try and get these 12 different girls together in one cohesive unit.
All stars, obviously, so not a whole lot of pressure on these coaches to get it all figured out. You want to find the right combination, obviously, but for the most part, it is plug and play and fire away here for these young women as they get set to represent their high schools one final time as a high school student or as a high school athlete here with everyone graduated over the last month or so. So we're looking forward to it here this afternoon. Platte Valley Company's pregame show. And again, this will be the 38th annual volleyball all-star game. East won last year 3-2. Prior to that, the West had won 4 straight matches and 6 of the previous 7. All-time record, East leading 25-17, and there was one tie. And we will play 5 sets regardless of how things are shaking out after the first 3 and 4 sets. So 5 regardless here today, and looking forward to it on the Rural Radio Network. KDB.TV, you can find us on Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500, and also on the Scottsbluff High School Strive Channel for today's broadcast, and the radio call 106.9 The Trail and KHYYFM.com as we get set for West Nebraska All-Star Saturday. Chris Cottrell, Jeff Kelly, glad to have you along. We're at our Logos broadcast location, again, courtside. Logos, your home for all that screen printing and embroidery. You can shop their showroom or have something custom made. That's at Logos, 10th Street downtown in Gehring. We've got a quick pregame chat with both of these head coaches to get to, and we will get one of those dialed up here in just a few moments as we'll hear from East head coach to start things out. That'll be Samantha Hammond from Lexington. We'll get to that right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director, can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor, Because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a deer.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Enemy of the neighborhood with the new Green Mountain Grill.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Back on our pregame show heading into West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball action here at WNCC's Cougar Palace, visiting with Lexington head coach for the East today. That'd be Samantha Hammond. Coach, how's the week been treating you guys so far?
Really good. The girls have really been working hard. They're starting to kind of gel as a group, which is always good to see. We knew everyone would come in, work hard, and have that base knowledge of skill. It was just whether or not we could figure it all out together, and they've really done that. And it's fun to watch them to kind of commit to working together and wanting to get better in these few days.
What about all the other stuff that comes along, the events and the activities? What have been some of the highlights, and has it been fun just watching everyone interact and get to know each other?
Yeah, it's always fun to get them to see those kids that have played against each other actually interact other than just across the net from each other or on the basketball court or track or whatever other sports they did. But no, it's been fun. It's been fun too. We went bowling last night. We're going to the monument today, so it's fun to get to do those kinds of things and watch them grow friendships and build relationships, not just play volleyball.
You're out here representing Lexington High School. You've got one of your own here, Taylor Worley. Talk about what she meant to your program and what she's like on the court.
Taylor, she's a firecracker. She's that fun personality, and that's what she really brought to our program as well. She helped us and always played all 4 years and was an outside and right side and all those good things, but she really was that firecracker for our team, the kid that was always cheering, always positive, always having a great time on the court, and we really appreciate that. And she's brought that here as well.
All-stars are all usually leaders. Anybody in particular that's kind of stepped to the forefront or stood out that's kind of taken the bull by the horns as far as that aspect goes?
Yeah, we've had a couple kids that have really stepped into those roles of leading. Kids are leaders in different ways. Some kids want to lead by their play, and some kids want to lead based upon being the ones that talk all the time. And for sure, for us, we've had a couple of those kids that have really stepped into those roles.
Talk a little bit about, hey, it's game day now, so probably starting to put a little bit of the fun and friendliness behind them because, look, All-Stars want to win. So when you kind of get down to brass tacks here today, what's it going to take to maybe get this thing done and get a victory for the East?
All volleyball is serve and pass, so we've really worked on that, obviously, during the week and those kinds of things. I think it's really going to come down to who has the least amount of unforced errors, and that's also typical volleyball. So if we can do those things, then we'll be perfectly fine. We'll win the game.
Samantha Hammond, head coach for the East from Lexington High. Appreciate the help. Best of luck today and have some fun.
Perfect. Thank you.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
Pre-game activities continuing here at WNCC's Cougar Palace. First serve approaching. Chris Cottrell back with you on the Rural Radio Network, catching up right now with Chase County head coach during the season and in charge of the West team today. That'd be April Lambert. Coach, I guess first and foremost, just All-Star Week. What's kind of the feel been like, and what's kind of been your read on getting to know everyone so far?
You know, it's just been a real privilege. The girls that we have here are just great people. They're great athletes. They're leaders. They've been pushing each other in practice and just amazing positive energy. And it's been a joy to see them all rise to the level of play that they each put out. It's just been remarkable.
You guys have had a nice run of girl athletes at Chase County High School over the last few years. You've got two with you here today in Jersey Milner and Chloe Dillon. Talk about both of those as individuals and what they've meant to your program.
Jersey is an amazing leader. She was elected team captain of the All-Star team as well, and she just instills a lot of confidence in her players. She's a fantastic setter, puts the ball right where her hitters need it, and, you know, just humble person also. Aggressive at the net, just love her gameplay for sure. And then Chloe, kind of on the opposite side, playing outstanding defense, you know, putting her against some of these all-star hitters. You just really see what she can do, and she's showcasing everything this week.
You working with Leslie Forrell, Scottsbluff head coach this week. What's that been like, getting to know her a little bit if you didn't know her already?
Yeah, Leslie and I just got to know each other from All-Stars, and we're pretty similar coaches, I would say, just very positive and enthusiastic with the girls, and it's been fun to kind of combine minds and see some of her drills and kind of see what we both can do together. I just really enjoy working with her.
What's it been like watching your players get to know each other this week? I've seen some of the photos on social media at some of the events and things like that. Looks like everyone's been having a good time.
Yeah, we put a real focus on building in time and practices for them to have conversations with each other and get to know each other on a deeper level, because we know that if they can come together as a team and really trust each other on the court, then their level of play will increase. And I think they've done a great job. They all seem to get along really well, and like I said, they're just really nice girls.
I'm sure we're about to see the switch flipped a little bit from having too much fun and being super friendly to these athletes wanting to get down to business here and find a way to win. What do you think it takes for your ladies to pick up a W today?
I think we just got to attack the ball. No matter where that passes, we've worked on, out of system, just getting a good swing on the ball every time, serving aggressively, mixing it up, and just covering the court. Nothing dropping on our side and blocking tough. Those are some things we focused on in practice.
April Lambert leading the West today, head coach from Chase County. Appreciate the time this week and have some fun today, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll come back with more First Serve coming up right after this.
Doubles every 2 minutes. How long?
Hey, Dad. We're going for a run.
Okay. You're going to go together?
That's what we means.
Okay. Well, just be careful. Make sure you're not running alone. Stay on the sidewalk. Watch for cars. Don't talk to strangers.
Another virus was blocked? What are you doing?
Are you listening to me? All right? Because when it comes to safety, nobody knows safety better than me. Be careful out there.
Are you doing an online quiz?
Yeah. This one's going to tell me my IQ, which I've always wanted to know, because it's a mystery.
I'm guessing it's very low because all these quizzes are for us to get your passwords for everything.
Oh, is that right?
How do you not know that?
How do you know that?
How long have you been doing these quizzes for?
How old are you?
11?
11 years.
How do you not know how old I am?
Because that's a long time, 11 years, to remember stuff.
All right, well, we're going to go for a run and watch for cars and strangers, and you change all your passwords so your identity isn't wiped out.
Bit dramatic.
Chris Cottrell joined by Jeff Kelly here on the Rural Radio Network today. We're with you on Allo Channel 15 and Mobius Channel 1500 here out in our area in the Panhandle. Anybody can find us there on the Scottsbluff High School Strive channel, and we've got the radio broadcast here in the region on 106.9 The Trail. The stream for that worldwide would be KHYYFM.com. So those were all your different outlets for West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball and Football Saturday here in Scottsbluff. Really, Jeff, last night at the banquet, we had a family on hand, the Slicker family. Richard Slicker and his son and his wife were out here. We learned a little bit about the origin of this game at these games, and it originally started when his family moved out to the region years ago in the 70s, and they kind of set up shop here. He was working locally, but he was kind of fed up that only a certain couple of kids might get invited to the Shrine football game every year and wanted to, make sure Panhandle kids were recognized. So that was kind of the origin of the football game, and then the volleyball game came along in 1985, and it's been a staple ever since also.
Yeah, as you said, that's the reason that the game was started, to kind of give kids from small and medium-sized towns a chance to be involved in an all-star game. And like you said, Richard Slicker was involved in that. My mind goes blank now with some of the other guys that helped get this game started, but I was thinking about that today. And back in 1978, the gal that I was dating, who is now my wife, wrote me a letter. This is when people used to write letters. And she said, attended the West Nebraska All-Star football game last night. It's ended 0-0, kind of boring. So, and you go back to that and you just think, the football game's been around since 1978, and this game's been around since 1983. And for a short time, they did something with Eastern Wyoming, and then Eastern Wyoming kind of went on and did their own thing. But it's always been a great thing for kids from the state line all the way back to the Lexington area, a chance to get recognized for their accomplishments in high school. And like you said, not a lot of kids back then got to play in the Shrine Bowl. We're seeing more now, and now, how many other all-star games are there around the state of Nebraska? I mean, you've got the 6-man game, you've got the 8-man game, you've got basketball, so it's just, blown up from what it started at in 1978.
Surveying the and for a lot of these young ladies or young men here today set to compete, it is the final time they'll ever play a competitive sport moving forward in life. If you're not going on to play anything in college, like I asked J.C. Garrett from Shadron, I said, what are your plans for next year athletic-wise? And she said, I'll probably find an intramural team when I get to Lincoln. So today is one final time to have some fun, be a competitive athlete. And the general theme in talking to all these kids is they enjoy representing their high school one final time.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about, is getting a chance to represent Alliance or Gothenburg or Anselmo Myrna or Ansley or Scottsbluff or, whoever it is if you're not moving on. And with it being played here in Scottsbluff, of course, the girls on the west, probably a little bit more fan support here this afternoon.
Really nice turnout for the banquet last night, and it also gives you a reminder about how much high school sports means to the families of these kids, the parents and the grandparents, especially from these East teams that travel out here. It's one final time for them to watch their kids play at the high school level. Very important stuff.
Yeah, it really is. And what's neat beyond that is the football game and even the volleyball game has been around so long that we're now starting to see the sons of fathers that played in this game. So, it's kind of come full circle.
Carly Wells, the head coach for the East football team tonight, he played in this game. West Nebraska All-Star Committee president this year, Todd Mangini, he played in the football game in 1982.
And he still holds the record for the longest run from scrimmage at 99 yards.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, I think getting ready for lineups and playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cougar Palace.
I think we're going to roll through lineups first and then get to the anthem. We'll kind of go through it as the PA announcer here to my right is handling duties on site here. Again, WNCC's Cougar Palace, and this is always a great venue for events like this, whether it's All-Star Game or Western Conference season opening basketball tournament. Always great to get the kids here.
Yeah, it really gives them a kind of a different venue to play in. I know last year, did they play at Scottsbluff or at Gehring?
Let's see. I think we were definitely was not Gehring. I want to say we were back here for volleyball last year.
For some reason, I thought maybe they played at Scottsbluff High School. But yeah, it's a nice
Panhandle Prep basketball was at Scottsbluff last year. Well, let's take a look at this East roster being introduced. Samantha Hammond, we heard from her. She's the head coach representing Lexington, but she'll be going on to be an assistant coach at the University of Nebraska Kearney. Her assistant from Ainsworth is Jerry Graff. Carly Stumer, 5'7", she's from Alma. Faith Hernandez from Sumner Eddyville Miller is 5'7", and Selmo Myrna is Jade Chandler. She's 5'11". She'll be a starter. We'll give you those here for the first set momentarily. Kaylee Gilligan from Gothenburg, 5'8". Alexa Sandman from Juanita Palisade, 5'6". From Hitchcock County, Lindsay Rippin, she's 5'6". Carly Jensen of Gothenburg, 5'11". We've got Kaylin Scott from Broken Bow, 5'4". Twin sister Kaya Scott from Broken Bow, 5'8". 5'7", Carly Bailey, she's from Ansley Litchfield. Caitlin Nelson from Ainsworth at 5'10". Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley, 5'10". And rounding out the roster for the East Volleyball team today is Taylor Worley, 5'6", from Lexington. Now we'll meet the lineup here for the West Volleyball All-Star team, led by April Lambert, their head coach from Chase County, and from Scottsbluff High School right here in town. The assistant for the West is Leslie Forrell. Shadron's J.C. Garrett, 5'4". Also from Shadron, 5'9", Tatum Bailey. Jeff, she's going to be a steeplechase athlete at Colorado State.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive. Allie Lawhorn from Mullen, 5'8". Mitchell's Trinity Penn. Ava Stagel from Alliance, she's 6 foot. Penn goes 5'9". Jersey Milner here with her head coach April Lambert from Chase County. She's 5'7". From Ogallala, Gabby Caskey, a 6-footer. Amari Browning from Alliance High School at 5'11". Macy Bozard, 5'10", from Mitchell High. Another from Chase County here with her head coach Chloe Dillon at 5'2". Courtney Holt from Layton is 5'10". Two more to go on this West roster. Elizabeth Mayer from Hemingford, she's 5'6". And Grayson Tuttle from Ogallala at 5'11". Now, obviously, you and I, we've got a little more experience with some of these young ladies off the West team. No one from Scottsbluff or Gering playing this year, but we see Shadron, we see Alliance, we see Ogallala, we see Mitchell, we see schools like that, and occasionally we might run into one of the smaller school gals here, whether it be volleyball or basketball, but we'll be learning a lot about this East team on the fly as we go today.
And that's what's neat about this game is a lot of these girls that we have never heard of from schools that we're not real familiar with, they come in and you know, they want to put on as good of a show as the kids from the West, because I'm sure that the East thinks, well, the West, this is their home court and this is their home crowd, and we want to kind of take the steam out of this crowd here tonight.
So there's your introduction of lineups. You heard both head coaches with a very minimal key to a game. Really, it's have fun, try and put your best foot forward, and then when you get down to crunch time, we will see both these teams competing for a victory. That key to the game always brought to you by Team Auto Center. We're set for the playing of the national anthem. We'll step away and come back right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Now, as far as lineups and rotations and things of that nature, I believe for the East team, they've already kind of mapped out who they're going to play in each set. The West team has done that for the first couple of sets before they make some adjustments. So on the floor to begin this match for the West, we'll have Tatum Bailey, Jersey Milner, Gabby Caskey, Macy Bozard, Courtney Holt, and Grayson Tuttle. The two liberos we'll see will be J.C. Garrett and Chloe Dillon. Starters for the East here in the opening set will be Carly Stumer, Jade Chandler, Carly Jensen, Kaylin Scott, Kaya Scott, and Caitlin Nelson. So That's kind of a rundown of who we expect to see on the floor here to begin this match. The 38th annual West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball Contest here at WNCC's Cougar Palace. Chris Cottrell with Jeff Kelly. We're looking forward to it. And then, of course, tonight, big All-Star football game on tap from It's going to be hot out there tonight, Jeff.
It is.
Hottest day of the calendar year so far here in 2022 in the region. And these football guys tonight got to deal with, I don't know what it is right now.
June 11th. Right now it's 90 degrees outside.
I think when I looked yesterday, the projected high was going to be 97 or 98. So James Buck will be front and center, the trainer for the weekend. So
hydrate.
Looks like serving first for the West team is going to be Chase County's Jersey Milner behind the service line. West serving. Passing front row, tracking it down Scott. Left side kill attempt off the pin. And we've got an early point for the West team.
And I think that's what we're going to see kind of early in this game, a little bit of stuff out of system and a swing that goes off of the antenna.
So Milner again, passing front row. Scott sets left side, and there's the twin sisters getting in the act. Kaylin Scott sets up Kaya Scott, and she finishes it, and we're even at 1.
And after making that error right there, the East comes back with a big swing from the Scott sisters, and then you turn it right around with a service error.
I'd say they found some early continuity with the Scott sisters would be my guess.
I'm sure they've spent a lot of time and probably know each other's moves in their sleep.
2-1. Ironically, they're going different places for college. Right side, hitting it over the double block attempt. West, that's Caskey from Ogallala. Kaylin Scott back sets it to Stumer. J.C. Garrett with the set. Off the touch. Playing it back across Scott. Back to the far right corner, and a point there for Kaylin Scott.
Nice job by Kaylin Scott to push that to the back corner where no one was for the West.
Even at 2 here in the opening set. First 4 to 25. We'll play 5 sets regardless. And, of course, the 5th to 15. Faith Hernandez subs in. She's from Sumner Eddyville Miller, 5'7". She serves it to Caskey. Passing front row. They're going to set Gabby Caskey. And a kill for the Ogallala product. Gabby Caskey going to play at McCook Community College this fall.
And, of course, traditionally Ogallala, one of the top high school volleyball programs in the state of Nebraska.
Now on serve for the West is Leighton High's Courtney Holt. She's 5'10", serves down the middle. Kaylin Scott sets it up for Carly Stumer. Back set, tipping it over the block. Nice dive and opportunity for the West. Middle set and hitting, that might have been just right into the net from Tatum Bailey. Point goes to East, it's 3-3.
Jay Chandler was there for the East, but like you said, I think that went into the net.
Serving it is Alma Stumer. Passing front row, the West will set here near side to the left. A little tip over the block from Gabby Caskey, and she's got her second point early on.
Nice job by Caskey to see the defense there, and instead of trying to hit it off the block, tips it over the block.
Macy Bozard, 5'10". No, check that. That is Grayson Tuttle from Ogallala, 5'11". Big swing. J.C. Garrett off the back row, passes it to the front. Caskey, ball alive. Scott will set far side, and the kill for the East with Caitlin Nelson from Ainsworth. Caitlin Scott pretty active here early here for the East team.
Caitlin Nelson really doing a good job, and I think the East is finding their rhythm.
We're even at 4 apiece here in the opening set. That serve into the net. Second service error here in this opening game for the East. And it's having the few days of preparation is great. A lot of these girls coming off track season, soccer season, and got to get back in the swing of volleyball a little bit. J.C. Garrett passing. Now they set Bozard. Rally still continues, tipping it across. Scott, some miscommunication. Played back to the West. Comes front row. They'll set left side. Big block. And that was
Scott and Chandler that time on the block.
They combine, and we're now even at 5 apiece. Alexa Sandman sent to serve now for the East team. She's from Juanita Palisade. We'll let you know where some of these young ladies are going to be heading to school. A few more players off the West will be playing volleyball at the next level. Free ball opportunity for the West. Bozard from Mitchell couldn't convert. Now we get a kill from Carly Jensen of Gothenburg.
That time that one just off the side of the block.
6-5 East. J.C. Garrett. Nice job there playing up front. That was Jersey Milner from Chase County. Just good peripheral vision. Found that opening.
Found that opening. Kind of a bad pass that time, but the West able to turn that into a point.
Garrett heading to UNL. No athletics, but she says, I'm going to find me a little intramurals to get involved in. Stumer, little tip set across. Now right side, throwing one deep. Passing to the front row, Caitlin Nelson, and there's a kill from Jensen again. Kaylin Scott now to serve from Broken Bow. She'll play volleyball at Midland. Sister Kaya will head to Concordia. Free ball east, and they convert with Kaya Scott with a big swing.
Those are kind of things that you see that maybe these teams don't pick up on, but right there, the overpass, and Scott right there to terminate that one.
Scott to serve. Deep, played by Caskey. Passing front row, they'll set Bozard, and she'll miss it wide. And the East picks up the point. They go in front by 3, 9-6. Bozard originally from Sydney. Moved to Grand Island, went to Northwest, and then came back out here and attended Mitchell High School. Oh, little dump set from Milner, and that'll be a point for the West team.
That was a nice job right there by Jersey Milner on the second touch to find the hole in the East defense.
9-7, Milner to serve to Scott. Back set, Scott to Scott, now off the block. Kaylin Scott hitting it across. Scott from Broken Bow, now Bozard. Boy, tried to turn it into a changeup and left it short off the net, and the point goes to the East.
You wonder how many times Kaya and Kaylin Scott have worked together on that. It looked like they hadn't missed a beat on that last play.
Kaya Scott to serve. Touch first by Bozard. They'll have to just play it across on that third touch. Scott, not the best pass there for a set. They'll come back. The West will. Double block at the net. Tipping it was Jensen. She got a free ball opportunity and hits it into the net. The West picks up the point, 10-8.
There's really the only thing bad about that whole play is Jensen had it the first time, and the second time fires it into the net.
Bozard from Mitchell. Strong serve there. Stumer across. Bozard. Milner sets it. And tipped and then played at the net by Carly Jensen for her third point. Or no, excuse me, we've got the West point. Bozard set to serve. 10-9. Macy Bozard. Scott. The set. Playing it out of the back row is Garrett from Shadron. Scott to the front row. Scott sets it. And on the kill left side, Caitlin Nelson from Ainsworth, her second here in the opening game.
I'm going to say Grayson Tuttle was in the net for the West that time.
Hernandez back on here to serve. She's from Sumner, Eddyville, Miller. Second time we've seen her on the service line. She'll serve middle. Milner sets it. On the attempt, that was Courtney Holt from Layton. East gets it back to the West. Milner on the dig. The set from Garrett. And Tuttle from Ogallala with the finish.
Nice match here in this game, really no one team's been able to get a big advantage in this first set.
Holt serving for the West. Scott sets it. Nice block from the West team. Another block that time is Caskey was in on it. Shooting one deep that time. It drops in.
That's got to be a little frustrating for the West. They did a great job with the block at the net, and then it gets pushed to the back row and falls in.
Carly Stumer from Alma with the point. Now she's serving to Tuttle from Ogallala. Out of the back, Bozard. Scott sets it. Left side, big swing, nice dig by J.C. Garrett of Shadron. Seeing a lot of athleticism out here early in this match. Oh, quick tip across from Scott. Down to dig it was Garrett. Now Caskey. He's got 2 kills early. Scott sets middle. Chandler couldn't finish. Now Scott. Kaylin Scott's been outstanding. Longest rally we've seen so far. Kaylin Scott sets it, tipping it over the block. And Caitlin Nelson has her 3rd point here in this opening game.
West has been doing a good job right at the net, especially Tatum Bailey. She's been in there on a lot of solo blocks, but the East tipping it over.
Stumer serving. That's Bozard. A set middle. And that'll be a kill for Grayson Tuttle of Ogallala. Tuttle will play volleyball at McCook along with her high school teammate, Gabby Caskey. Big group of these girls going to North Platte Community College as well, I think 4 or 5. Kaylin Scott. East plays it across. Opportunity here, the middle set. And that'll be a kill for Tatum Bailey. 5'9" Shadron High Cardinal. Saw last night where they celebrated Andy Pope's retirement. Well-deserved, and boy, he's always helpful when we head up to Shadron, so I want to wish Andy Pope the best in retirement. His duty's done as the activities director at Shadron. Overpass, and the West turns it into a freebie.
Tatum Bailey once again at the net for the West.
Back even, like you said, Jeff, no major runs yet. We're at 13-13.
And then the service error, and of course, we play all 5 sets. It doesn't make a difference if one team goes up 3-0. We play best of 5, and the way this one's starting out, this may be a 5-set match.
Back-to-back service errors, this time from the East, their 3rd in this opening game. East won last year 3-2. West had won the 4 prior matchups and 6 of the previous 7 ahead of last year's East win. Gabby Caskey serving from Ogallala. That ball was dipping. Overpass, and a point scored by Macy Bozard from Mitchell. West in front, 15-14. Caskey. And we've got our first ace serve now of the match, and it comes from Gabby Caskey. She had 2 quick points early in the match. Now strong serving on these last 2 East points as they go in front 16-14. Caskey down to dig that one, and it's going to be an opportunity here for the West. Garrett passes front row. Milner the back set. Bailey couldn't finish on the right-handed swing. There's a big smash played by Caskey. Bozard back across, east side. Kaylin Scott sets it up, and that one sails long. That was West going in front 17-14, and Caskey scored 3 straight on serve.
East wanting a touch on that, but there was no touch.
17-14 West here in the opening game of our West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball match here today. J.C. Garrett let that one sail deep, and the West team taking control here late. And I think we might get a timeout taken by Samantha Hammond representing Lexington, heading to an assistant's chair at University of Nebraska Kearney. A timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. West up 18-14, opening set here on the Rural Radio Network. We're back right after this.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Chris Cottrell alongside Jeff Kelly. West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball Saturday at WNCC's Cougar Palace in Scottsbluff. Out of the timeout, West leading the East 18-14, and Gabby Caskey on a little 4-0 run here has given the West that 4-point cushion. Passing to the front, Kaylin Scott will set it up, and a big block. Macy Bozard, I believe, got it for the West team.
Tatum Bailey there. Really can't say enough about what Tatum Bailey's done early in this first set in the front row.
19-14. 5 straight. Caskey down to dig that one was Faith Hernandez. There's a block. Was that Bailey again?
That was Bailey again, along with Jersey Milner.
Bailey, I've got 4 points for her here in this opening set. 20 to 14, a 6-point lead as the West starting to close in just a bit here on this opening set. Serving is Alexa Sandman from Juanita Palisade. Tuttle on the third ball has to just play it across. Kaylin Scott sets up Kaya Scott. There's that easy communication from the Broken Bow pair. (20-15), Sandman again. Sandman will play volleyball at Hastings College. Bozard with the kill. Are we still plugged in?
I think we're still good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, it says connected.
Ball off the equipment on the big kill from Bozard, her second of the set. 21-15, J.C. Garrett is shattering on serve. Passing to the front row, Kaylin Scott sets up Kaya again.
That's a dangerous duo right there, those two sisters, and you can see why they were chosen for this game.
Easy call for their head coach, coaching the West today, April Lambert. Kaya coming off that left side. They'll set it. Bozard, big swing, and there's another kill for Macy Bozard from Mitchell. She'll be going to the University of Minnesota at Morris to play volleyball. Attended her signing back in January at Mitchell High. Very excited about her future they are. West with an opportunity now. That was Caskey. They'll set. Dug by Scott. Across to the West side. They'll set Bozard. Boy, readjusted her feet. Almost came up with a kill, and then Holt's ball sails wide and out of bounds. 22-17. East trying to stay alive here late in this opening set. It'll be Kaya Scott to serve from Broken Bow. Scott, Bozard steps in front of Garrett. They'll set Bozard. Dug by Kaya Scott. Kaylin Scott sets it up for Stumer. Good effort there from J.C. Garrett, but Carly Stumer has her second point of the set.
Through the block that time of Macy Bozard.
22-18, Kaya Scott serving. Milner will set it. Bozard blocked there. And on the block, I believe that was Carly Jensen of Gothenburg. And now things tightening back up, 22-19, and that'll draw a timeout from the West team. 22-19 late in this opening set. We'll be back right after this. 22-19 West leading on our West Coast scoreboard.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
misspoke earlier talking about the Scots. It's April Lambert's got her 2 from Chase County here for today. That'd be Milner and Dillon. We'll see Dillon coming up. The Scots from Broken Bow. Playing it back across to the west side. It's Milner setting it. Macy Bozard's brought the power here in the opening set.
He's really come on late in this first set.
Determination there, and we've got her down for 4, 23-19, and Bozard to serve. Kaylin Scott, now Stumer. Lofts it over the block. That was Tuttle. Kaylin Scott unable to keep that one alive, and the point for Ogallala's Grayson Tuttle, heading to McCook to play volleyball.
Set point West.
24-19. Bozard trying to serve it out. Kaylin Scott sets it up. On the block, it's alive for the West. Out of the back row, Bozard dug by Scott. Kaylin Scott. They tip it across. Now Caskey. Kaylin Scott will set it for Nelson. Live back on the east side. Stumer. A roll shot over the block. They'll bring it left side. Caskey. Played in the air now. Kaylin Scott on the back set. Alive. Great action here on set point for the West. And there's a kill for Caitlin Nelson, her 4th of this match here in the opening set, 24-20.
I think both these teams kind of finding their way here in this end of this first set after it was a little rough start.
24-20, and it's Faith Hernandez from Sumner Eddyville Miller on to serve. Caskey. Now they'll set it. Holt. Kaylin Scott tipping it over the block was Jade Chandler. Now we've got Gabby Caskey finishing things off here for the West team as they take the opening set, 25-20. Entertaining start to our West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball contest today here at WNCC's Cougar Palace. Gabby Caskey converts, and she picks up her 3rd point of the match. 25-20, the West wins it in the opener here on the Rural Radio Network.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
On the floor for the West team to begin this second set will be Grayson Tuttle of Ogallala, Elizabeth Mayer from Hemingford, Amari Browning from Alliance, also from Alliance, Ava Stagel, Mitchell's Trinity Penn, and Allie Lawhorn from Mullen, I believe, is the way they're going to line up. Looking at the East team right now. Let's see, we've got Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley. Carly Jensen will stay out, 5'11" from Gothenburg. Hitchcock County's Lindsay Rippon. Faith Hernandez
And as we said, they usually try and start a 1-6 in the first set and a different 6 in the second set, and then from the third set to the end, it's kind of a free-for-all.
Took the words right out. I mean, I was thinking, I was like, he's going to say free-for-all. Delivered it. East kind of has mapped out what they want to do lineup-wise for all 5 of these sets. And, of course, remember, we will play all 5, regardless of how things go in these first 3 or 4. Set to serve for the East team is Lindsay Rippon from Hitchcock County. Taylor Worley from Lexington also on the floor, playing with her former head coach there at Lex. Rippon serves. Chloe Dillon on serve receive. Now Rippon sets it. That was Carly Bailey from Ansley Litchfield. And really, Jeff, as the action was really starting to heat up and teams were finding their rhythm, this new batch of players will probably see a little bit of a feeling out process. I think that was Stagel.
Yes.
With the point, Ava Stagel from Alliance. She'll go to North Platte Community College. Rippon sets left side, Bailey. Back set, Stagel, and a block, but that'll go for a point for the West team. Ava Stagel able to pound it through. A 2-0 start for the West here in game 2. It's Chase County's Chloe Dillon serving. Neither of the Chase County girls going to play at the next level. Rippon got down to get it. And let's see, they'll say point to the East. I think Faith Hernandez from Sumner Eddyville Miller. Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley, 5'10", on the service line. Little jump serve across. Amari Browning of Alliance passes front row. Ava Stagel, her high school teammate. Rippon, back set, Carly Bailey. Dug there by Allie Lawhorn from Mullen. That ball passed too close to the net for Elizabeth Mayer to do anything with it. And the East will get it back in the hands of Robley. Tied at 2 here in set 2. Jump serve from Robley. Played by Dillon. They'll set. Near side out of the back, Amari Browning. Faith Hernandez the dig. Rippon down to get that one, and a miss hit by Taylor Worley. Moving from her left to right.
Going to have a substitution as Carly Stilmer checks in for the East.
So Stumer we saw plenty of in the opening set. She re-enters the match. She'll pass front row to Rippon. Left side, Worley. And I think we got contact with the net and point for the West team. So a net violation makes it 4-2, and Stagel will serve. She had a really nice Panhandle Prep All-Star basketball game a few weekends back, especially in the first half. They made it a point to just give her the ball down low. Did some nice work. Stagel. Little bump to Grayson Tuttle from Ogallala for the point. Found the opening deep.
That's kind of been working for both these teams, hitting it to the back row, and they're finding open areas back there.
Stagel to serve. And an ace serve. Little miscommunication back there with Hernandez and Worley, and those things to be expected, even though they're all-stars. Just getting together for the first time for a few days. So we've got a timeout on the floor early here in set number 2. 6-2 is our score. We'll step away and come back with more from the 38th annual West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball match from WNCC. 6-2 West leading on our West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Out of the timeout, a service error. Long on the serve, Ava Stagel, the second service error from the West team here in the match so far. Boy, just 5 total. Been pretty good serving for the most part.
A lot of good play at the net in set 1, and I think, as we said, both these next 6 kind of feeling their way through here in this second set as that swing goes long for the West.
Stagel sent it. Middle for Tuttle. Maybe not high enough for Grayson Tuttle's liking. She's 5'11", probably wanted it up there a little bit more. Dillon from Chase County. This time it's Elizabeth Mayer from Hemingford off the right side, missing long. Sandman from Juanita Palisade serves middle. Tough first touch on the pass, and an ace serve for Alexa Sandman. That'll be the first ace of the match for the east side. Tied at 6, Sandman again. Boy, just completely knuckleballed that one over. The ball just had no movement, no rotation at all. Worley from Lexington, flat-footed on the swing. Now Stagel sets it middle, got it up a little higher for Tuttle that time. Sandman after a nice dig on the back row. Amari Browning from Alliance, back set from Stagel. Off the right side, not a lot of pace on that one from Lawhorn. And the point to the East team.
Carly Bailey that time once again, pushing it to the back row.
Ansley Litchfield product, 5'7", Bailey on the point. Sandman again to serve as the East goes in front 7-6. It'll be 7-7 on the long serve. Hemingford's Mayer to serve. And a little loose here on a few of these serves in this second set. Second error from the West here in the second. With the Hemingford product playing here today. I know Steve and Susan Moreva are watching or listening in. Hope all's well at Hemingford today. Rippon sets. We get a block at the net that time. On the swing was Gilligan from Gothenburg.
So, say 4 hits on that one.
So the West gets the point. And we're even at 8. Tuttle from Ogallala sent to serve. She had 3 kills in that first set. She's got 4 points now here. And this one drilled that serve off the right elbow of her teammate, Trinity Penn from Mitchell. So 3 errors here serving in pretty short order for the West team.
It'll be interesting to see after set 3 what kind of lineups they go with as the first 2 sets. We've kind of seen them struggle early but then come on late, and if you put a whole different 6 in there in the 3rd and 4th sets, see if that continues.
Boy, running off to her right and finishing that one for the kill. No, that was long, so point goes to the West team. Taking a shot on that one was Kaylee Gilligan from Gothenburg. Nice dig. Going to be tough. Nice save from the East team with Sandman. Stagel from Alliance. They'll set it for Robley. Blocked by Mitchell's Trinity Penn for the West. Now Sandman. Left to right across the net. West with Browning. She's got great leaping ability, and she got up a little too high for where that set was at.
Now when she went to hit it, it was about at her waist.
10-9 West. Or excuse me, East now back in front. Faith Hernandez sent to serve from Sumner Eddyville Miller, 5'7". Jump serve. Chloe Dillon from Chase County. Now Browning shows off that vertical. Robley. Nice dig from the West side. Stagel. It's alive. Chance for the East. And the big swing from the middle, and that's Carly Jensen from Gothenburg.
Line judge originally signaled out, but the up official Stacy Mitchell said that it was in.
Hernandez again on serve. Mayer Now Rippon dump set, still alive. Good effort from the West. I think that was that Mayer diving in to keep it alive? Now we get a block. Browning there with Trinity Penn, and we'll credit Penn. A lot of times you can tell by the celebration who got the bulk of the ball that time on the block.
Both of them went up simultaneously, but Penn got up just a little bit higher that time.
West on serve, trailing 11-10 here in the second set. Amari Browning from Alliance. Poor pass and an ace serve for Amari Browning. Listed at 5'11", I don't know.
I kind of trying to think back to basketball season. I want to say it was closer to maybe 5'8", 5'9".
So now we get a errant serve, fourth one of those we've seen from the West team here in set two. East leading 12-11. On serve is Lindsey Rippon from Hitchcock County. Rippon, nice dig. Robley, back to Rippon, ball alive. Can the West capitalize? Not the best set. Flat-footed. Dillon runs it down. And Browning. Boy, awkward angle of her body on that swing.
Able to get that in for a kill. That was nice from Browning to get that down. She kind of leaned off to the left side, hit that with her right hand.
And we're even at 12. Chloe Dillon, Chase County. 5-2 sent to send it across. West, loose ball momentarily, and we'll get a point for the east side as they go in front 13-12.
Both these teams kind of having a little bit of trouble finding their footing here in this second set.
Carly Stumer rotates in. She'll be on serve here as Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley takes a seat. Stumer serves middle to Dillon. Boy, she changed her hand position at the last moment. Stagel for Alliance. Rippon, back set. Carly Bailey, it's alive for the West. That's down for a big swing. Grayson Tuttle from Ogallala with her fifth kill of the match.
Nice set that time.
Stagel to serve. Tied at 13. Knuckleball job. And playing it across on the third touch. Bailey. They'll set middle. Tuttle again from Ogallala with the finish.
Now the West doing a little bit better job. A nice set right there, quick in the middle for Tuttle, and the point for the West.
Who goes back in front 14-13. Rippon. Set, nice block. Tuttle was there along with Allie Lawhorn. 15-13, West surges in front by 2. They serve it at Stumer. The pass, the set, and the kill off the touch from Browning. Great hustle play by Dillon. West keeps it alive. Great action right there. Back set from Rippon Bailey. They will set, the West will, for Mayer. High ball from Stumer. Now Dillon, they'll set middle. Excellent job right there. A solo block from Carly Jensen, her fifth point of the match. She's from Gothenburg.
It was a great hustle play by Amari Browning to keep that alive earlier in that action, but I think if she just would have let it go, it would have gone out of bounds.
Poor serve received there, yeah. And Sandman's got her second ace. We're tied at 15. Juanita Palisade product on the serve. Lawhorn off the left side. Browning lets it sail wide. Point goes to the West. They lead 16-15. Mayer from Hemingford now serving for the West team. The lollipop comes across to Stumer. Rippon set it for Chandler. It's alive. Browning up high. Rippon, back set. And trying to go with the left hand that time was Carly Bailey and left it short in the net. Two-point lead for the West. Mayer serves right down this near side. Browning off the overpass, and she buries the free ball.
As you said, Amari Browning with the good vertical showed it off right there on the overpass.
She can get up.
Yeah.
18-15 West. Similar to that first set. Surging in front with a little bit of a cushion around the 20-point mark. It's 18-15. Mayer's third ball, that third touch will not get across, and the East back to within 2. Carly Bailey to serve from Ansley Litchfield. The lefty on the jump serve, well long. And for the East, they've got 5 errors behind the line. Same number for the West, 4 of their 5 here in set 2. But they still lead it 19-16. Grayson Tuttle of Ogallala. Passing front row, Rippon, back set. Is that touched? We wait. They say it was.
No indication from the line official that time.
Did you see who smashed that?
I did.
19-17 East. Worley serving from Lexington for the East team. High. Back-to-back touches from Alliance players, and Browning from well back of the net. Drills that one for a finish.
This second set I should say, taking on the characteristics of the first one, where the West has started to open up a little bit of an advantage.
Penn and Browning combine on the block. Chloe Dillon will set it for Amari Browning. The block from the East, Rippon to Robley. Penn was there, or was that Stagel?
Stagel, both of them combining on that block.
Trinity Penn from Mitchell, Ava Stagel from Alliance. 21-17. Gilligan of Gothenburg. Now Dillon sets it for Stagel. Dug out of the back by Worley. Rippon, and now it's Sandman. Too close to let it go, and now sailing wide off the swing from Browning. Point goes to the East team. They're back to within 3, 21-18.
That was a nice job that time by Rippon for the East with that ball was tight to the net to be able to get that up.
Lindsey Rippon from Hitchcock County will play at Colby Community College in Kansas. Amari Browning on the tip over the block for the point. 4 kills for Browning here in this second set. 22-18. West closing in on a 2-0 lead here this afternoon. Amari Browning serving. And that'll be an ace serve for Browning. She's got 2 aces here in the set, Jeff. 4 kills, and she's playing really well.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pick out the MVP for the West.
Tuttle's been solid. Free ball. Trinity Penn right there to clean it up for the West team. Set point now. 24-18. 3 points in the set for Trinity Penn from Mitchell. Browning from Alliance again serves to Worley. Rippon sets it up and hitting it into the net. Carly Jensen of Gothenburg, and the West wins set number 2, 25-18. They lead it 2-0, 25-20 and 25-18 on our West Coast scoreboard.
Everything is merry and bright at Compliments for you and your home. Stop in today for all the latest winter fashions. For your wife and friends to your sister or mother, we have the outfit for them. with brands like Charlie B, Can, and Flying Monkey, which appeals to women of all ages. Compliments has got a style for you. Compliments also has the jewelry, purses, and shoes to complete your outfit. And don't forget to ask about our new tribal pajamas for Christmas morning. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 5. Compliments, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director. Can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing. Radio Network will also have the football game tonight on radio on 880 KRVN for much of the state that wants to tune in on KRVN. Just moments away, Jeff, from getting underway here in this third set. West leading 2-0, and there's been some pretty good action here. Really, it felt like that first set had a little more cohesiveness to it than the second.
It did. I think late in the first set, the West kind of found their footing, were able to kind of pull away, and we saw that also again in the second set. But it's going to be interesting here in the third set, is they don't have to play a certain 6, and so we'll see. The West has got, once again, Tatum Bailey's out there along with Macy Bossard. You'll see what the play at the net is for the West.
It'll be Milner looking like she'll serve. Caskey, Garrett, Jeff mentioned Bailey, Bossard, and that Holt. Yeah. Get you the east. It looks like Kaylin Scott back on. She was doing a great job setting.
I'm expecting to see really good volleyball the first time out of the box. It's kind of a misplay, and it falls in for a East point.
1-0 start.
And
I think the mind got in the way of the function there, trying to get it all sorted out. Now, Jeff, what's going on here? We get a net serve.
It'll be interesting to see with this different 5 in for the East. We've got Kaya and Kaylin Scott in there, and they did a good job in the first set for the East.
Sandman passes front row, Kaylin Scott, and there's a kill for Carly Bailey. J.C. Garrett, now Caskey. Kaylin Scott runs that one down, and that'll go for a point for Carly Stumer from Alma.
Great hustle by Kaylin Scott that time to run that down and get that set up for Stumer to terminate.
Very, very rough unofficial numbers. I've got Grayson Tuttle of Ogallala leading all players right now with 6 kills. Bailey gets into the block of Caskey. Caskey goes right back up again. Never even had to touch it. She'll get the point for that one. Gabby Caskey from Alliance. She'll play at McCook Community College.
So we've got Caskey along with Tatum Bailey and Trinity Pan across the front row for the West.
Holt from Layton. Kaylin Scott shoots the set left side, and That's Stumer once again. This time, the West Side can't handle her swing. This is where at a big tennis match, if someone goes up 2-0, the crowd starts to pull for the guy who's trailing the guy, so they can at least just extend things out and stay a bit longer. But we'll play 5 here regardless. Off the block, Scott, 4 touches. Point goes to the West team. Nice. 2 touches actually on Kaylin Scott.
Nice job, Trinity Penn that time.
4-3. Shadron's Tatum Bailey to serve. Goes at Kaya Scott. Kaylin Scott the set. Stumer. Nice dig, but a free ball opportunity on the overpass. The dump set. Pin. Who got down to get that? That was an excellent pancake job. Now left side, East. First touch was, and now Caskey with the finish.
A nice job that time by Macy Bossard from Mitchell to get that to the front row.
Caskey's got 5 kills in the match. Bailey serves again. Played by Kaya Scott Kaylin.
Scott that time with the 2 touches.
Second time we've seen that for Scott here early in the third. Passing front row. Kaylin Scott, pin off the block, and that'll be a kill for, is that Stumer?
Yes. Tatum Bailey doing everything she could on the West Side to try and keep that ball up.
Stumer's already scored 3 points, 3 of the 5 here for the East in this third set. West leading 2-0, 25-20 and 25-18.
Not quite sure. We've got Kaylin Nelson with, she had tape over her right ear to cover her earrings. I don't know if that came out or what the situation was, but she had to leave the game.
High lofting serve there, and Caskey unable to finish. Blocked there from the East.
Nice job. Push that to the back row, Macy Bossard.
Bozard. And Caskey now set to serve. West back in front, leading 6-5. They're up 2-0 here. Kaylin Scott and Kaya Scott hits it into the net. It is 7-5 with the West in front by 2. West has scored plenty of points with Caskey on serve so far in this match, and she's got the ball again. Jump serve on the way, and there's a service error from Caskey, 6 of the match for the West team. Sandman from Juanita Palisade now to serve. She'll play at Hastings College this next school year. Sandman serves middle to Bailey. Bozard's swing goes wide, but man, she's got some leaping ability also. Tied at 7, Sandman to serve. And that one long. 6th there of the game of the match on serve for the East team. 8-7 here in the third. West in front. Serving is J.C. Garrett from Shadron. Bullet handled by Stumer. Left side. Kaya Scott. And that was Jersey Milner, I believe.
Good job by Milner on the solo block. And the connection of Scott to Scott that time for the East.
Stumer to the front row. And boy, that set too long on the Scott to Scott connection, point to the West team.
And we didn't see that in the first set when those two were in. They were pretty much on the same page, and that one was way off.
10-7. Garrett from Shadron serving. Kaylin Scott to Kaya Scott. Floats it deep. Tatum Bailey. Now Milner Tipping it across was Bozard from Mitchell. Kaya Scott rolls that one over. Now Milner sets up Bozard. And blasted that one off Alexis Sandman. It goes out of bounds, so Bozard with her 5th kill so far today. 11-7, West now up by 4. Boy, clipped the net. Oh. Net violation on the West team. Point goes to the East, 11-8. Caskey passing front row. Milner sets it. The block on Bozard. Kaya Scott, they'll give it right back to her. She'll tip it over the block. Punched in the air by Milner. Bozard goes to the left hand on the knockover. Bailey with a left. Net violation, I believe, here on the West team. East will get another one back, 11-9. Kaylin Scott serving. She's from Broken Bow. Caskey on the touch. The pass. Holt. Dug there by Scott. Kaya Scott. Not a lot of pace on that one. Bozard won't lack for pace. Dumping it deep. Stumer there for the East. Kaya Scott. And that'll be a off the block for a kill for Kaya Scott. Boy, Jeff, she had 4 in the first set. Of course, no action in the second. Now just trying to find her rhythm again.
Yeah, it's amazing that the short time they spend on the bench, it kind of takes them a few minutes to get back into rhythm.
Played back across. Kaylin Scott sets it for Carly Bailey and a kill. The Ansley Litchfield product has her 2nd kill of the set, 3rd of the match. We're back even 11, a 4-0 run here for the East team.
There's a nice back set by Kaylin Scott that time.
And she'll serve. Boy, and that thing was like a split finger. I think dove at the last minute, and an ace serve for Kaylin Scott. Now we'll get a timeout taken by the West team. It's 12-11 East here in the 3rd, 2-0 West in the match. We'll step away on the Rural Radio Network. Back right after this.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
Chris Cottrell and Jeff Kelly with you on the Rural Radio Network today. We've got TV radio coverage for West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball right now. The football game on the way tonight. Jeff, you're kind of peeking over there at Caitlin Nelson of Ainsworth. What do you think the situation there is?
I don't know. They took her out of the game. She had tape over her right ear, probably covering some piercings or earrings or something. I don't know. It hit her ear and maybe knocked one of them out or tore something in her ear, but they're continuing to work on her over by the East bench.
The Broken Bow connection, Scott to Scott. Kaya with the finish. Kaylin serving, and that'll be an ace serve. Another knuckleball job that was almost handled by Tatum Bailey, but the ace credited to Kaylin Scott, her 2nd here of the match. This one clips the net. Alive for the West. Bozard off the block for a kill.
The East kind of switching it up on their serving. Previous one was short. The West couldn't handle that one. It was a line drive.
Jersey Milner from Chase County to serve. Scott, Bailey. Dug by Garrett. Bozard on the 3rd touch across. East with an opportunity to take a 3-point lead. Bailey throws it over the serve. And we've got another net violation, I believe, on the West team. Point goes to the East, 15-12. The ladies in blue Well, trimmed in blue, I guess. White t-shirts, red and blue. Your primary colors here for the two teams, and that misses wide from Bozard. East goes in front 16-12. Kaya Scott from Broken Bow to serve, and that's into the net. Second error on serve for the East here in the set, 7th of the match. Bozard from Mitchell. Down the middle to Sandman. Kaylin Scott sets it for Stumer. Dug by J.C. Garrett is Shadron. Now Ogallala's Caskey. That was Scott. Scott up front, throwing it deep, and that'll be a point for Carly Bailey. Boy, she's always sniffing out those openings, it appears.
They've done a great job finding the openings in the corners in the back row.
Carly Jensen from Gothenburg re-enters up front, serving for the East, and that'll be an ace. Credit that ace to Kaylee Gilligan of Gothenburg. 5 aces in the match for the East team. Gilligan, Caskey, near the net. Nice set and the finish for Tatum Bailey on the kill. (18-14) East. Courtney Holt from Layton to serve. Down the middle, well, almost an overpass, but it's alive. West, though, with the opportunity, dug by Kaya Scott. Kaylin gets it. Kaya Scott on the third touch. It's 4 touches in a row for the Scott sisters. Now Stumer off the left pin, and that'll be a kill for Carly Stumer. She's got 4 here in the set. Faith Hernandez will rotate in to serve here for the East team. Their lead is 5, 19-14. West won the first 2 sets, and now Caskey buries one in the middle of the net. And a timeout on the floor. West will take it, trailing by 6. They lead 2 sets to none, but it's the East pulling away here in the third right now, leading 20-14 on the West Coast scoreboard. West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball 38th annual showcase game here at WNCC's Cougar Palace this afternoon. He's trying to work their way back into this match, trailing 2 sets to none. Chris Catrone with Jeff Kelly on the Rural Radio Network with coverage for you this afternoon. Football tonight at 7 Mountain Time. East side of the net, Kaylin Scott sets it up for Stumer. Now the Caskey for the West, tipping it across, played by Milner. Now back to Gabby Caskey. Dug there by Gilligan. The Scott sisters nearly collide. Garrett, the back set, Bailey. Nice dig by the East. Long rally here. Kaya Scott out of the back, hits it long.
That's the best action we've seen here in this third set.
Yeah, feels like that first set was our best set of volleyball so far. Shadron's Tatum Bailey. Lost one across, Gilligan. Now Kaylin Scott, and the set. East side wanted to touch, they say no. So the West gets the point, and that brings them to within 4, 20-16. Bailey to serve. Off the net. Boy, quick reactions there from Kaylin Scott. It's alive. West with the opportunity. Milner. Scott was there. Now that's Kaya Scott. Stumer J.C. Garrett on the dig. They'll set left side Caskey. Dug by Gilligan. Right side near the net. Throwing it across was Jensen. Milner for the West. They'll set it near the antenna left side. Long rally, not a lot of great action on this point. Caskey with the finish and the point for the West team. Gabby Caskey had 3 kills in the first set, 3 more here in the third. West within 3. East leads 20-17. Bailey to serve again. The Shadron product. Scott sets Stumer. Dug by J.C. Garrett. Caskey. And we're going to get
2 hits. Yep, or 4 hits, excuse me.
So the violation on the 4 hits for the West side. And East goes back up. Lead by 4. Need 4 to close this thing out and make it a 2-1 match here. J.C. Garrett. Left side Caskey. On the cut shot that time off one leg. Scott. Little dump set, and the point will go to Jersey Milner from Chase County.
First time we've seen Milner this afternoon put it over on the second touch. The person I think that's done a good job here for the East in this third set has been Carly Stumer.
Yeah, I've got her down for 4 kills, aside from everything else she's done.
J.C. Garrett with the ace serve.
Caskey.
Excuse me.
And she's been solid on that service line today. Her second ace. Caskey down the middle, played by Gilligan. Kaylin Scott. And good to see Caitlin Nelson from Ainsworth able to come back into this match. Bozard off the block. It's alive for the East. Kaylin Scott dumps it middle. And now Milner trying the same tactic back. Neither succeed, and they'll say long off the kill attempt there in the middle from Jensen. The point goes to the West. Just like that, 21-20, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the East team. 21-20, we'll keep it right here, and I think it's okay to root for the East to win this set, isn't it? It'll keep us alive for a true 5-setter.
True 5-setter. Last year it went 5 sets, and the East winning at 3-2, so that's kind of what you want to see in an all-star game, is not have one team run away with it in 5 sets.
West had won 4 in a row heading into last year's match. Again, the East a winner. This is our 38th annual West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball Contest. Football on the way tonight, 7 o'clock Mountain Time for the kick. All these same spots you're watching or listening this afternoon. We'll get pregame started at 6:45. Jeff will join me tonight. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away at Bearcat Stadium in Scottsbluff, where things should really be hopping in the fall with the Bearcats and the squad they are putting together. Team camp up at Shadron this week. Left side kill. Macy Bozard from Mitchell delivers with the big swing. Bozard's got 8 kills so far today. She's been impressive.
West has battled back by being down as many as 5 here in this third set.
And again, Caskey on a service run. Serves middle to Hernandez. Kaylin Scott sets it up for Caitlin Nelson. Another opportunity, and we're going to get 2 touches. Yep. Bozard was coming for another, it looked like. So Alexis Sandman from Juanita Palisade will serve it. J.C. Garrett passes front row. Check that. Trinity Pinn for the West team. Gets a big hug from her high school teammate there at Mitchell. Macy Bozard. Trinity Pinn the kill. She'll play at North Platte Community College this next season. Serving for the West from Shadron is J.C. Garrett. Boy, big swing from Nelson. The block kept the ball alive. Now Bozard, miscommunication between Gilligan and Hernandez. Bozard will take it, her 5th point of the set. And the West now leads it 23-22. J.C. Garrett from Shadron. Stumer to Kaylin Scott. Off the swing, the ball touched up in the air by Caskey, and Holt from Layton sends that one into the net. We're back even at 23 apiece. Kaylin Scott from Broken Bow to serve. You had Bailey and Caskey.
Little miscommunication that time on the west side, and we just saw it previously on the east.
Kaylin Scott with the ace. Set point. Scott serving. Bozard. Kaylin Scott. Now Stumer. Bailey across. Free ball opportunity. Nelson was there. Back to the west side of the net. Kaylin Scott will set it for Bailey, a block. That was Holt and Bozard combining.
And this is what you want to see in this type of an all-star volleyball game. Tied at 24.
And serving for the West team is Jersey Milner from Chase County. Kaylin Scott on the back set, and hitting that one into the net was Caitlin Nelson from Ainsworth, and now the West with a set point.
Once again, Tatum Bailey at the net for the West.
(25-24). Milner, set point. West looking for the match victory here, although we will play the next two regardless, and the East keeps it alive. That was, I believe, Carly Bailey.
I think that would have gone out of bounds. Gabby Caskey with the touch.
Bailey's got 4 kills here in this third set. Caskey on serve received. They'll set it for Bozard. And that'll be a kill for Macy Bozard. Her 6th of the set. She's now got 10 here in the match. Bozard making a bid for MVP honors. Well, it was just a bad toss from Bozard. I had a lot of those toss of wiffle balls to myself in the backyard as a kid. Gilligan will serve it here from Gothenburg. Even at 26, that ball nearly got up into the rafters. Caskey on the third ball. Third touch across here. Now setting middle. Tipping it across was Jensen from Gothenburg. West opportunity. Kaya Scott. Now left side. Outside the boundary, and the hit came up short. And the West leads 27-26. Both teams with 7 errors on serve. It'll be Courtney Holt from Layton trying to serve the West to a match victory. Stumer gets it right back from Scott, missing wide, and the West has won the match by winning the first 3 sets. 25-20, 25-18, and 28-26. We'll see if the East can hang in here and battle back a little bit and make things a little more respectable over these final 2 sets. 1-25, and the 5th will go to 15. West to win, though, 25-20, 25-18. They've won the first 3, 28-26 in the third. We're between sets. We're back here in just a moment on the Rural Radio Network.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wire.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services.
There's a huge technology part in Metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball coverage on the Rural Radio Network. Chris Cottrell with Jeff Kelly from Cougar Palace here in Scottsbluff at Western Nebraska Community College. And Jeff, the match has been decided as the West has won these first 3 sets, 25-20, 18, and then 28-26. We'll keep it under wraps, but we're kind of slanting our MVP selections for the first 3 sets because now they've technically won it, so we've kind of submitted our bids already here.
And I think from what we saw in the first 3 sets, the people that we chose, I think, are legitimate candidates for most valuable player.
We will play the next 2, though, this 4th to 25 and then a 5th to 15. So the West has now won 5 of 6 and 7 of 9 in this series. Chloe Dillon, Stagel, and Trinity Penn with a finish. Penn's got her 6th kill of the match. Match leader in kills right now is Macy Bozard from Mitchell. Unofficially, I've got her down for 10. Scott to Rippon up front, the set. Back to the east side here. Hitting out of the back row is Stumer. When misplayed by Dillon. West opportunity. Rippon sets it. And ripping it was Kaya Scott.
I think that's the first time we've seen Kaya Scott hit from the right side. And of course, her sister not in there in this 4th set.
Carly Stumer had a nice 3rd set for the East team. She had 4 kills. Is that an ace there from
Yes.
Kaya Scott? That'll be her first. Twin sister Kaylin has 3 aces. 7 ace serves for the East team today. Amari Browning leaning back towards the scorer's table, falling away out of bounds, unable to get that one across. East leading 3-1. Stagel, not the best pass over here to the left side antenna area for Browning. 4-1 East. Naturally could see a letdown here from the West team, I think. And now an ace serve for Kaya Scott from Broken Bow. The Scott sisters have combined for 6 aces today. Boy, in high school matches, with that combo got cooking, look out.
Like we said, we don't see a lot of these teams like the Broken Bows and the Ainsworths and the Gothenburgs. And
you ever been to Broken Bow's gym? Anything?
I haven't.
I was there for a Bridgeport Battle Creek Boys District Final one year. Now, granted, both those communities traveled well. That place gets loud. And if you do go, they got a nice broadcast set up in the upper corner. So,
and that is of the utmost importance. That's how we rate everything.
5-2. East leading. We've got a little bit of a stoppage in play. A little nose ring, I think, as Ava Stagel gets things taken care of. Chloe Dillon serving. Rippon sets. Sandman out of the back row, gets it across. Now Browning from Alliance. Passing to Rippon. They'll set it up for Robley into the net. Still alive, and now 4 touches. Point to the West team.
I don't know if this is a different lineup combination by both the East and the West, but both of them are having trouble finding their way here in this fourth set.
I think just in general, you've got the match decided, and everybody's just kind of feeling a little bit of a letdown, even in the crowd. And the sounds coming from behind us, and Amari Browning will get credit for the kill. Browning's played well today. That is her 5th kill. She had her first 4 in a big second set when she had 4 kills and 2 ace serves. Chloe Dillon serving. Dillon passes to Stagel, to her high school teammate from Alliance, Browning, dug by Sandman. Now Robley. Robley's from Medicine Valley at the net and hitting it off a touch.
I think that's exactly what it was.
So the point goes to the West team. We're tied at 5. Off the net cord up top. Little roll shot, and nobody home there for the West as Caitlin Nelson converts for her 5th kill of the match. She had 4 early in that first set.
East running in some substitutions as Carly Bailey comes in. She'll serve for the East.
With Nelson to the bench, 6-5 East. And Bailey to serve, jump serve, well long. Second error on serve here in this 4th set. 9 in the match for the East. Again, Samantha Hammond, their head coach, representing Lexington. She'll be an assistant now moving forward at the University of Nebraska Kearney. And that serve from Holt, woefully short. 8 errors on serve for the West so far today. The assistant for the East, Ainsworth High's Jerry Graff. Your coaches for the West, April Lambert from Chase County and Scottsbluff's Leslie Forrell. Serving is Worley from Lexington. Now hitting middle was Grayson Tuttle. Rippon sets it, tipping it over the block, and that'll be a point for Jade Chandler of Anselmo Myrna. Taylor Worley from Lexington, 5'6" on the service line. She'll serve down the middle to Chloe Dillon. Mayer, dug by Rippon. Lindsay Rippon from Hitchcock County. Stagel. Browning bumps it across. Robley, Rippon, right back to Chandler, and a block was there from Tuttle, but the point goes to Chandler from Anselmo Myrna.
Just not getting over that net on the block for the West that time.
8-6, East leading. They serve to Mayer. Browning tracks down that errant pass, and the point goes to the East team. 9-6 here in the 4th. It'll be Taylor Worley serving again. Browning, and that'll be an ace serve for Lexington's Worley.
And the West is going to take a timeout.
Trailing 10-6 here in the 4th, but the match in hand already for the West side if they took the first 3 sets. Timeout on the floor. East leads in the 4th, 10-6 on our West Coast scoreboard.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
About said Legion baseball coverage, Jeff. We've got West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball action here at WNCC this afternoon. Been a little bit rough going here in this 4th set from both sides of the net. Rippon sets it up, and that one goes long, so point goes to the West team. They're back to within 3, 10-7. Maybe a tape job going on over here on the back end of the bleachers behind the east service line. Browning serving for the West. Rippon up front on the set, and hitting long was Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley, 11-7. And Browning to serve now for the West. She goes cross court. They get it middle. Chandler blocked there by Tuttle. Browning to Stagel, out of the back, and that's Browning into the net. 11-8 is our score.
Stagel with a good job to keep that alive, but Browning just not able to get it over the net.
East on serve, leading 11-8. West has won the match by winning the first 3 sets. Tapping it over, and then finding a little donut hole in the middle of the floor is Lindsay Rippon from Hitchcock County with her first point of the match today. That unofficial, but Macy Bozarn leading all players right now with 10 kills so far. Stagel back sets, tipping with the right hand. I think we've got a little net violation here.
And I think it was Grayson Tuttle that was in the net. Well, evidently, I was going to say.
Yeah, she
Tuttle
tried to coax everybody on her own there. She knew. So 13-8 with the East serving with Kaylin Robley. Football tonight, 7 o'clock Mountain Time for kickoff at Bearcat Stadium. Elizabeth Mayer from Hemingford, dug by the East. Now Chandler on the third ball, middle set, Tuttle. Nice dig by Kaya Scott, played back to the West. Stagel dumps it across, Rippon. And now Robley out of the back. Dug by Browning for the West. Stagel sets up Tuttle, and Grayson Tuttle from Ogallala heading to McCook Community College. She's got her 7th kill of the match. 13-9, East leading by 4. Set to serve for the West will be Chloe Dillon from Chase County. Head to UNK, she'll major in physical therapy. Into the net that time for the East side was Jade Chandler of Anselmo Myrna. 13-10 with the West creeping back here in the 4th already. A match victory after 3 sets to love to start. Dillon, strong serve. Overpass, free ball. Trinity Penn from Mitchell casually puts it down for the point. 13-11. And the pace on that one from Dillon carried it long. Both teams with 9 errors on serve. We'll see Alexa Sandman now from Juanita Palisade. Oh, I want to say we had a Sandman out here last year for this match. This ball sails long. Stagel to serve. She's from Alliance High. Ava will play at North Platte Community College. Jump serve. West side of the net, Mayer.
Oh, nice hands.
Little bobble.
Yeah.
Came up with it. Jump serve from Lindsay Rippon. At the net, little bump set from Stagel. Back set this time. Kaya Scott can't polish off the point. Now Holt from Layton. Rippon on the first touch. Pushing one across to the west side. Stagel will set middle. Rally continues. Blocked by Trinity Penn for the point. The Mitchell High product has her 8th point of the match. 8 kills for Penn. It's 15-13 as the West is back to within 2. Serving from Hemingford is Elizabeth Mayer. High ball across middle. Sandman, free ball opportunity, and Trinity Pitt. No, who was
Amari
that?
Browning got up and got that one on the overpass.
Of course she got up. Browning has 6 kills in the match. 4 in the second, 2 here in the fourth. Mayer, Scott, Rippon, and Nelson. Ainsworth, Caitlin Nelson with a big right hand. Swing, and it is 16-14 as the East, I'm sure desperately does not want to get shut out here today. They've got what's left of this fourth and then a fifth to avoid that fate. Browning, a little off balance though. Back to the west side. Setting it was Stagel. Pin. It's alive for the East. And that one will clip the back line for a point for Kaylin Robley from Medicine Valley on the kill. Her first of the match.
Pace of plays picked up, and pace of plays gotten better here late in this fourth set.
Browning to Stagel. Pin throws one long. 18-14 East here in the fourth with Kaya Scott serving. Stagel sets it up for Browning, and that sails long. 19-14. Kaya Scott with an ace serve. And a timeout on the floor taken by the West team. It's East up by 6 here in the fourth set. West has won the match, winning the first 3 sets, but here in the fourth, it's 20-14. Timeout on the floor, East up on our West Coast scoreboard.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
East leading 20-14 here in the fourth set, getting late as they look for their first set victory, and Trinity Penn will get credit for that one for the West team. So Penn to serve now. East in front, 20-15. Penn from Mitchell, and that one is long. Third error on serve for the West here in this fourth set. Their 10th of the match. They have 4 ace serves. 10 aces in the match for the West team. Caitlin Nelson of Ainsworth to serve. Chloe Dillon passes front row, back set, and Browning was kind of cutting in. Stagel threw it more towards the antenna, and the East closing in here, leading 22-15. Nelson serves. Dillon to Stagel. Browning tips it over the block, into the net, and the point goes to Amari Browning from Alliance and the West team. Her 7th kill unofficially here for this afternoon. 22-16.
A little bit better result that time between the Alliance teammates.
Worley to Rippon, hitting it off the block, and then into the net. I think that was Grayson Tuttle that kind of made that play for the West. She'll play at McCook Community College. Has looked good today. Holt from Layton serves down the middle. Kaya Scott Rippon, tipping it, and that point will go to Jay Chandler. Two points away now for the East, the blue. 23-17, Taylor Worley from Lexington. with
right
the
on
ace.
the line.
Everybody just kind of
Yeah,
paused, looked at
everybody-
one another, and they say ace. That was Worley's second ace of the match. Set point here in the fourth. Back set of Amari Browning. Rippin back to the west side. Setting it up was Stagel for Browning. Tipped, and that'll be a point. (24-18). Plenty of opportunity still here for the East, up by 6. Browning serves, and that'll be an ace for Amari Browning. That's her third ace. 7 kills, 3 aces. Back to within 5. Set point, though, for the East. Browning. And a net serve in the East has now salvaged a set here in this match. The West has already won it 3-0. We play 5 regardless. The East wins that one 25-19. We'll step away and come back with our 5th and final set to 15 right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed.
KHYYFM.com. So wherever you're at, checking in, watching, listening, we sure appreciate you finding us for West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball coverage here this Saturday from Scottsbluff. A scorcher out here in western Nebraska. Going to be hot, hot, hot for the guys tonight. Says the high going to be 94, but we're almost at 4 o'clock. It's 92. I don't know that that's of any solace for the guys, but it will be hot this evening for the All-Star football game.
Which really, if you think about it a little bit, it's probably it's probably better for the game, not so much for the players, than the threat of storms and that type of thing rolling in. And I know there have been games in the past where they've had to stop the action because rains come through, or so it'll be hot, but I think the game will get
start to finish with no interruptions.
Yep.
And really, it'll feel kind of like an opening night Friday out
August,
here.
August 28th or 29th. I'm not sure what the first week of high school football is. What the date is, August.
Where are you going week 1? Can you remember? I don't have Gary's schedule memorized. I know where I'm going. It's a long ways away. Lincoln Pius.
August 26th, first Friday night of high school football. I just know I have to go to Seward, Grand Island Northwest, and Hastings.
Those are your three Johns, huh? I've got Pius, Waverly, and York. So it's a journey out here at times for us in western Nebraska. We are finally underway here in the fifth. Jersey Milner from Chase County with a block there at the net from Jade Chandler. Chandler has her fifth kill of the match. And now a net serve as the West scores. This fifth will go quickly as we play to 15. We have submitted our MVP ballots for the match. And Kaya Scott, I believe, there for the East team.
And we've got the Scott sisters in on the east side. We've got Tatum Bailey and J.C. Garrett from Shadron.
2-1 East here in the fifth. West has won the match 3-0. They lead 3-1 now after the East took the fourth, 25-19. They'll set it up for Bailey. Kaylin Scott for Robley, dug by Garrett, and that's a kill for Kaylin Robley of Medicine Valley. Her second of the match.
Gehring opens the season at home against Torrington.
All right,
there
so
we go.
There's prolonged agony, Jeff. Right side, off the tip. Worley, nice block, solo block there from Bailey. And they go back to Worley, and she'll score the point.
Just a beat too early right there by by Holt and Bailey that time. Missing on the block.
So those two together. Okay. Okay.
That's pushed over. There's Tatum Bailey with the swing. And on the return, Holt hits it off the top of the net. And that'll be a point for the East, 5-1 East.
Thanks, Craig. Well, we were semi-right on our voting. 5-1 East. We won't spoil things for the folks here in attendance, but it's going to be J.C. Garrett, I believe, for the West. And the Scots will split the honors for the East.
Well, and that's the thing a lot of these times that people don't, I don't want to say understand, but don't look at in high school volleyball. They look at the big swings by Macy Bossart and people like that, but how do they get the ball? It's usually the setters.
And Garrett's played a lot in every set so far today. I know we decided we'd vote the same since we're doing the game together, and we went Bossart and Kaylin Scott for the East. So the Scott sisters will split, and it'll be J.C. Garrett for the West. 6-2 here East. West has put this thing away long ago.
Everything runs through the setters in this game.
Dillon. And hammering one long and out of play was Worley for the East. Point goes to the West team. 6-3 East here in the fifth. Football tonight, 7 Mountain Time. Passing front row. Kaylin Scott sets it for Gilligan. Still alive, tipped by Tuttle. The block was there. Robley. Everything looked out of whack up near the net there for the West team.
Allie Lawhorn thought somebody was back there.
6-3 East, and it'll be Lindsay Rippon entering to serve now for the East team. We played a 15 here in the fifth. 6-3, Rippon serves middle to Dillon. Lawhorn on the back set and smashing one way long, and the look on her face told the story from
Jersey Milner.
Milner from Chase County. Milner, that'll be an ace for Lindsay Rippon. Jump serve from Rippon. Dillon. Milner. Back onto the playing area, and now it's Robley. Roll shot over the block, setting near side. Big swing, dug by Kaya Scott. Sandman, now Rippon on the third touch across to the west side. Lawhorn sets it for Penn. Oh, nice reactions there from Kaylee Gilligan from Gothenburg. And hitting one long, point goes to the east. As they're starting to maybe run away with things here in this fifth set, leading 10-3. At least battling back and making things respectable here after losing the first 3 sets. It went 25-20, 25-18, 28-26 as the West won it in 3, then 25-19 East in the fourth.
I think that's the second ace serve in this set by Rippon.
It is. 13 aces in the match for the East in defeat. 11-3 all East here in the fifth. Rippon jump serve. Dillon, boy, had to change her hand position there right as the ball approached her, and point goes to the West team. Big block, but not enough. Hitting through it. I think that's Bailey.
Yep, Carly Bailey. Nice swing by her off the block.
Browning to the front row. Playing it across to the east side. Now swinging and missing long that time was Gilligan. Point goes to the West. East is 3 away from a 3-2 loss. 12-5, and serving is Hemingford's Elizabeth Mayer. That ball diving towards the floor. They'll get it to Kaya Scott, dug by Browning. Stagel sets it right back to Browning, dug by Rippon. Bailey, left side, Kaya Scott trying to throw it, but right there was Stagel. Mari Browning. Passing front row, Rippon will set it for Scott. Tip with the left hand, played in the air by Penn. Now Browning, boy, jumped off both feet. Rippon, back set. Long rally here late in this fifth and final set. And Lawhorn nearly came up with what would have been her first kill of the match. And now Lawhorn gets it. The Mullen High product, Allie Lawhorn. 12-6. And Mayer to serve again here from Hemingford for the West team. Elizabeth Mayer serves middle of the floor, back set. Browning. Up front, Rippon will set it for Gilligan for the kill. Kaylee Gilligan from Gothenburg with her first kill of the match. She'll major in nursing at Central Community College. No sports at the next level. Faith Hernandez on to serve now. East 2 points away from winning this fifth. Hernandez to Chloe Dillon from Chase County. Amari Browning. Rippon sets for Bailey, and that's a kill for Ainsley Litchfield's Carly Bailey, her 7th of the match.
Good job to get that kill through the block. Amari Browning was right there that time.
Yeah, we went for the style and the flash here for
I-
Bozar,
and
didn't we? I was
and
just trying to think of how do we phrase it.
And I should have known better. I should have known better.
That's all right. Hey, Jeff, it's the All-Star. We went for the highlight plays. I think that's a fair assessment from us.
I know there have been years when there's been players that have had, double-digit kills like Macy Bosar did tonight, and the results come out, and it's the setter.
And that's going to be the story here today. Big swing, a little bit long. So it'll stay set point now at 14-8. Garrett from Shadron will serve it here for the West. And a serve for J.C. Garrett. Her first ace, sixth team ace for the West. They're back to within 5, 14-9. We'll get to our Runs of Post-Game show after this thing wraps up here in just a moment. Rippon sets it for Kaya Scott, and Kaya Scott wins the fifth set for the West team. They take it 15-9. Teams will shake hands at the net. East a winner. They won the first three. We play all five. It goes 3-2 for the West team here. East won it last year 3-2. West comes back for a 3-2 win here this afternoon. We'll get to our Runs of Post-Game show right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
I have a lot of friends that work at Runza. I meet so many new people. I just like talking to people. I like making their day. It puts the biggest smile on my face.
Doubles every 2 minutes. How long?
Hey, Dad. We're going for a run.
Okay. You're gonna go together?
That's what we means.
Well, just be careful. Make sure you're not running alone. Stay on the sidewalk. Watch for cars. Don't talk to strangers.
Another virus was blocked? What are you doing?
Are you listening to me? All right? Because when it comes to safety, nobody knows safety better than me. Be careful out there.
Are you doing an online quiz?
Yeah. This one's gonna tell me my IQ, which I've always wanted to know, because it's a mystery.
I'm guessing it's very low because all these quizzes are forwards to get your passwords for everything.
Oh, is that right?
How do you not know that?
How do you know that?
How long have you been doing these quizzes for?
How old are you?
11?
11 years.
How do you not know how old I am?
Because that's a long time, 11 years, to remember stuff.
All right, well, we're gonna go for a run and watch for cars and strangers, and you change all your passwords so your identity isn't wiped out.
Bit dramatic.
Chris Cottrell, Jeff Kelly with you here, wrapping things up on the Rural Radio Network from West Nebraska All-Star Saturday here in Scottsbluff at WNCC's Cougar Palace. The Sportsmanship Awards went to Carly Stumer from Alma. And who was the winner? It was Gabby Caskey from Ogallala for the West. And now we've got MVP awards being announced. The East team will split it between the Scott sisters, Kai and Kaylin, and the West winner is Shadron High's J.C. Garrett. So
how is that going to work when they get home?
Was there just one trophy?
Yeah.
Fireplace mantle, just family award. Mark Ryan with the Star Herald, Amy Winters with the West Nebraska All-Star Committee taking some photos of our MVP winners out near the net this afternoon. West a winner here, 25-20, 25-18, 28-26. And then the East rallies back for a couple of sets, 25-19 and 15-9 to finish things out here at WNCC. Jeff and I will come back with more on our Runs a Post-Game show right after this.
I have a lot of friends that work at Runza. I meet so many new people. I just like talking to people. I like making their day. It puts the biggest smile on my face.
Chris Cottrell, Jeff Kelly back with you here on the Rural Radio Network. West a winner today, 3-2, 25-20, 25-18, 28-26, and then 25-19, 15-9 as the East rallies back for a couple of wins there in the fourth and fifth sets. Photos being handled out here. Both teams getting together. Jeff, some overall thoughts on what we saw here today?
You know, I think it was a typical all-star volleyball game, like we said prior to. You know, these girls had maybe about 6 practices to learn each other and those types of things because they don't check in until Wednesday. And I think we saw a little bit of that show up here at times in these matches. But then, you know, we did see some very good volleyball. We talk about the Scott sisters from Broken Bow in the first set. They really seemed to be on the same page, and then we saw them kind of have some problems. And then, you know, early in the first set, Tatum Bailey from Shadron was doing a good job, and then we started to see Ava Stegel and Grayson Tuttle and people like that from the West really kind of, you know, take off as we got later into the matches.
We'll have football tonight. We'll tell you about that as we finish up our volleyball broadcast when we come back right after this.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people, all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, you know, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
It'll be a quick work here for our KDB.TV crew, TJ, Alonzo, and everybody involved. We'll wrap things up here in just a moment and then kind of get everything set back up, repositioned, and ready to go across town tonight at Bearcat Stadium here in Scottsbluff for the West Nebraska All-Star football game. Jeff and I will have that broadcast starting at 6:45 Mountain Time. Mountain Time 6:45 for a 15-minute lead-in to kickoff at 7 o'clock. For the West Nebraska All-Star football game. Jeff, appreciate the help so far today. We're halfway through, and that will do it here for volleyball coverage. Again, West a winner 3-2. They swept the first 3 sets, 25-20, 25-18, and 28-26. East comes through 25-19, 15-9 to win the final 2 sets. So for Jeff, I'm Chris. We'll get you back and ready to go for tonight. KDB.TV, Allo 15, Mobius 1500, the Scottsbluff High School Stride Channel, Radio 106.9 The Trail, the stream online as well. 6:45 Mountain Time. We'll be back with you tonight for West Nebraska All-Star football coverage from Bearcat Stadium.